Hi there, welcome back. So today's video, I thought we'd use some of these beautiful artisan mica powders and these gorgeous molds. We have used these molds before. We use them with some eco resin. If you haven't seen it, why not check them out from our playlist? So just going to turn this mold inside out. Now it's got a bit of a shiny and matte finish to it, but beautiful little like daisy like flowers. So here we've got two different types of green, a periwinkle which is white with a hint of blue and a purpley pink, another purpley colour and a beautiful blue. Now we may use all of them, we might not. So I thought I would try a method where you paint with the mica powder or the individual flowers, but spoiler alert, it didn't work. Well, I didn't think it was working well enough, and there would have been a very big clean-up job where there weren't the flowers, you know, and just, I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. So this is this beautiful periwinkle colour. It's really aurora borealis effect. Look at beautiful colour, real luster to it like pearls. So gave that up very quickly, cleaned up the mould, and then just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna almost chuck it where I want to, for want of a better term. Let's use the word chuck. Just brush it on here, there and wherever. So bits of this video have been sped up because you don't need to sit and watch me, you know, painting mica powder onto molds for 15-20 minutes. But obviously you don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. You can do it whichever way you want. Now that blue does look very bright. I was a little bit concerned along with the colour of that green as well, but I needn't have worried because it actually tones in really lovely. So I did both of the egg-shaped moulds like that. Now why not do this as a gift for Mother's Day? It'd make a beautiful present. Very nice little interior decor piece. You don't have to do it just for Mother's Day. You could do it for Valentine's. You could do it as, you know, a birthday present gift, a thank you gift. Look at that. Do you see what I mean? So the blue toned down quite well. Quite well indeed. Now you could just fill these with some clear resin. You could use eco resin. If you do use the eco resin, they are quite heavy when you're done with them, and there's a lot of detail, so you might get a few little air bubbles here and there. So those are done. I was quite happy with those, and then lo and behold, actually found another mould. I'll just show you these glitters quickly. I'm going to pop some of those glitters in the resin because I did think I might put them over a little lamp base or something. I don't actually demonstrate that in the video, but never mind. So this is a little bonus. I didn't show you this mould to start with, but I actually came across it when I was looking for the resin and thought, I haven't done this mould in a long time, and these colours of mica powder will look beautiful. It's just a little lovely scalloped edged bowl with rose detail on the sides. Now I'd got a little bit of mica powder left over and I thought, oh, let's just wipe it on the mould. Obviously you don't have to do that. You really don't. Again, you don't have to do what I'm doing. This is just to give you a bit of inspiration as to, you know, what I decided to do, and yeah, something a little bit different. So just going over with all these lovely mix of mica powders, putting them wherever. No particular order to this, although I have found it's quite difficult to be random with things. There is a bit of me that still thinks, well, you do need to have some of that there and some of that there just to equal it out a bit, but totally up to you. You could do one of the roses all in one colour and then move on to the next rose and then on to the next rose and so on. Totally up to you what you do, how you do it, and so on. But as well, you could just fill these full of clear resin. If you're going to do that, not add any kind of glitter, make sure you've got rid of all your bubbles that might be in your resin, because they'll show up if you don't. But look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. Very pastel-like as well. These are the glitters I decided to put in the resin. These glitters are from the lovely Jules at Resin Jules and Helena at Resin Detra Supplies. I think it was from a special set that they did. We got it as part of a freebie with a Scoops haul that we bought from them. Check out their Instagram and website. for more information on those and what they supply. So just adding them into this resin. This is Tea Expert Crystal Clear Resin, 1:1 mixing ratio, very easy to use. Whenever you're using epoxy resin, do make sure you're working in a well ventilated area. You wear gloves, you wear a respirator mask. We have a resiner's extractor machine, so we always put that on as well. And it keeps you safe, keeps you, free from any nasties. Once obviously resin is completely cured, it's absolutely fine. So there we go. Look at that resin. Oh, look at the glitter. Not too in your face, but just there enough. So if you did want to put this, if you've got, have you seen the little round discs, wooden discs with a little LED light in the base? If you popped this over that, the glitter will just about show up and give that little sparkle. As I say, if you didn't paint the mica powder on or brush the mica powder onto these moulds and you just did it with the glitter, they would look stunning, absolutely stunning. What I would suggest though is that if you do this, that perhaps you think about putting them on a little trinket tray. It just finished them off nicely. Whether you buy it and it's a little wooden tray that you happen to have, or a little cream coloured tray, or maybe you've got just a piece of wood that's been sanded smooth on the edges. Put some little feet on the bottom, little cork feet or plastic feet on the bottom, you know the kind I mean, that protect your surfaces and so on. And yeah, sort of just do like a whitewash paint over it. And then once that's completely dry, finish it with some wax or some varnish and pop these on it, and they will look stunning. Right, just filling up the moulds. Now with that bowl mould, I should have told you, it seems to have a lot of air in it when you're pouring in resin. It needs a bit of a helping hand, so I did stop every now and then and just give it a little squidge, and we got the little bubbles coming up to the surface. It's quite fun, fascinating to watch it. If you've joined us in today's premiere, hello to everybody. If you've joined us in the live chat, then hello to everybody in the live chat. I hope you're enjoying the video. And you've had a lovely Sunday. This is going out live on Sunday at 5 o'clock UK time. Hoping soon, as I said, I think in previous videos, to increase back up to 2 videos a week. Once we've not got quite so much going on in our lives, should we just say? Busy. There we go. So just spraying them all with some isopropyl alcohol, popped in them into the resiner's curing machine we've got, and this is 2.5 hours later. Now, unfortunately, we've got a load of bubbles on the bottom of the bowl, but not on the eggs. Unfortunately, though, as well as you can see, the resin has shrunk back a bit. That's one thing I have found, is no matter how much you think you've got them to the very top, they've shrunk back a bit. Now, I do need to sort out the bases of these. Carefully just demoulding this. It's amazing actually, because this silicone for this mould is actually quite thick, but that's okay. It's a good quality mould. Just carefully peeling it back, hoping at this point we haven't got any little trapped air bubbles, which doesn't look like we have, but oh, look at that with the glitter and the mica. It looks absolutely beautiful, stunning. Right, almost there with it. Look at that. Oh, these colours, I mean, come on, look at those. Beautiful, and that touch of blue. But such a shame about the base, but never mind. It's fixable. Everything's always fixable. And then it's got that sort of luster finish on the inside as well. Beautiful flower detail. And that lovely crisp scalloped edge. Now, these are the eggs. Now, go careful when you're demoulding, because this can almost feel a little bit scratchy, a little bit sharp. And it's just because there's so much detail in the mould. Now, as I said, when these demould, they will give the effect of being a little bit matte finish with a tiny bit of shine and shimmer. Can you see that? Look at that. See, these are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I think I've said that a lot too much, maybe. Tiny bits of glitter you can see just coming through. There's the other one that I already demoulded. A little bit of green around the bottom. Look at these. Can you see the glitter? Wow. It didn't all sink to the bottom. Some of it did actually float. Some of it went more to the bottom, some of it floated, but I'm absolutely happy with that. As I said, you don't have to put glitter in your resin if you don't want to. Do need to just finish up these edges, and I did it using some 240 grit sandpaper. This is wet and dry sandpaper. Now this is going to look, I'm going to wet it down. Now this is a paintbrush that I thought I'd got all the paint out of. I had, but yeah, it's just a bit of water on it, and then we just sand and sand and sand. Keep sanding. Go careful that you're not going over the edges too much, otherwise you will scratch your bowl. Applied some UV resin to the base. Now, naughty me, did not put my gloves on, and I really should have done, because the same rules for me apply whether you're using epoxy resin, eco resin or UV resin. But never mind. Just squidged. I love that term, squidged. Have you got a favourite word that you use? But anyway, moving on, Laura, come on. Just carefully using, now this is a micro brush without the little foam micro brushy bit on the end, using it like a little pokey stick to persuade all of that UV resin to go out to the very edges or the lip of that bowl. I did exactly the same thing here with the eggs. Now this egg is upside down in a little see-through yogurt pot, nestled in with some kitchen roll just to keep it steady. And again, a healthy squidge of some UV resin. Anything that we've used in this video today, and wherever possible where we can, we will link in the description box for you. Same process. Now what you do need to do, if you think you've got any little bubbles, apply a little bit of heat with a long necked lighter. I learnt that, it's been my experience that if you spray isopropyl alcohol on UV resin and then cure it, it creates like a mist or a blooming, which is no good. Now I did use that kind of light there, and here we go. So I'm hoping the one on the left and the bowl has been coated with UV, and that one in the middle hasn't. So I did then move on and do that. So next stage, I decided I wanted to do a little something extra. So I've got these lovely decor pens. This is silver. Surprise, surprise, no gold in this video. Surprise. And all I'm doing is just carefully applying a little bit of silver into the center of all of those flowers. Now take your time. As I said, bits of this video have been sped up, and I did go all the way around the whole of those eggs, which is what you can see here now, a little bit of a time lapse. You can alternatively, and if you've got enough dexterity and patience, use a paintbrush instead. I also decided just to tie the bowl in, I was going to go over some of the little raised detail edge bits of the bowl with the same pen. There we go. Now at this point I have not sorted out the bases completely, because you can still see the bubbles. So I did use the same pen and painted over the bases of the bowl and also the two eggs. And here we are with the final shots. Look at them, aren't they beautiful? All I've done is put them down onto a surface, put a few little blue stones around them, and a couple of little resin hearts that I'd made with some leftover resin. But they are beautiful, really beautiful. You can imagine them on one of those trinket trays. And here is the bowl. Oh my goodness. I mean, you could put some lovely little bonbons, sort of wrapped sweets in these. If you're doing it for Easter, you could put some little Cadbury's cream eggs and things in. And then you could maybe put them in a lovely cellophane bag with a bow. Oh, there's so many different things that you could do, and how you could use these and ways of gifting them. But I hope you've enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next week with another one. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.